know they want the role. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's a daily update on Bama sports and it's brought to you by Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. For more information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Here are highlights from Alabama baseball's Sunday victory at fourth-ranked Texas.
Swing and a grounder up the middle into center field, base hit. Given the wave around third, Luke Vaughn, he'll score without a play. The throw goes to third base. Steele is safe there, and safe at first with an RBI single, Jason Torres. Payoff pitch. Swing and a grounder up the middle, skips past the mound to LeBron, who goes into a knee. He fields it, throws to second for one. The throw to first, that's two. That's a huge double play, and the inning is over. Ashton Crowder, payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him on the fastball, and Alabama defeats Texas in baseball for the first time since 1904. Today's final score in Austin, it's Alabama 2 and Texas 1.
I'll have more in a moment.
This year, we honor the most important anniversary ever. An event that reshapes civilization as we know it. A day that would lead to something so flawless that nothing could ever really compare. People have tried to match it, but have failed. This year, we celebrate the 60th anniversary of Guthrie's, the home of the original chicken finger. Just talking about it gets me all choked up. And hungry for a chicken finger. Guthrie's, an original obsession for 60 years.
Join us tonight for Hey Coach, presented by Alpha Insurance, live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa. You can listen to Hey Coach across our full radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as watch a video stream, streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by Guthrie's. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
No Wi-Fi?
How are we going to stream the game?
Mom, I have a research project due.
How are we going to make dinner?
Don't let power outages send your family into a meltdown. Get a Generac generator from Current Electrical. We keep your lights on and your Wi-Fi on. Visit gensuperstore.com or call 256-880-1880. Trust us, your family will thank you.
Most current way to keep your power on. GeneracSuperstore.com.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. This hour of The Drive is brought to you by Lynn Leighton Ford, located online at lynnleightonford.com. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
Well, this is, the third show I've been on today. Filled in for Scott Tyson as he teed it up at our golf event presented by Eagle Masonry and Insulation.
Special shout out to them. What a great day today was. Unbelievable.
It was a picture-perfect day. If you happen to go to work today, my apologies.
I'm right here.
It was just gorgeous.
No, it was lovely out there. You guys look like you got plenty of sunshine, plenty of radiant energy there.
And I'll just be straight up. I'm hurting right now because I've been up since about 5 a.m. But, y'all
been working hard. Stuff stacked and double packed. But what a great event we do with this every year.
Make-A-Wish Foundation. And, again, for those that would like to contribute directly to Make-A-Wish, it's alabama.wish.org. If you'd like to go directly to where our funds are going to go to. Now, I was told earlier today there's 58 kids that are in need of a wish. So, again, alabama.wish.org. And if you'd like to give to the worthy cause, but
there's no gift too small, but we're glad to be able to do a gift this big.
That's right. We have granted 3 wishes. Now today makes it 4 wishes. And it's cool to be a part of that story, honestly, Wes.
Well, no question. These kids, a lot of their lives are shortened in a big way. And this gives a chance for not only the kid, but the family to enjoy the smiles that they can bring these kids under some dire circumstances. And it is an unbelievable cause to help people. And it's really quite moving, all the work that goes in.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing some other things. Had some discussions with him today.
Okay.
More just to get the word out of different things. So looking forward to doing that.
Well, see, a lot of these kids, they've had to deal with a whole lot of grown-up stuff way early in their life. It's nice to let them just be a kid and do something that's just fun.
Yeah. So it was a big thank you to Cherokee Ridge for once again opening up their doors. And they are as welcoming as anybody. Pete and the entire staff, just from beginning to end. I can't thank Pete enough. Pete Sands out there at Cherokee Ridge. And
Cherokee Ridge is just amazing.
It's a beautiful course.
It's beautiful right now.
They went a little challenging today.
Yeah, but, the scores were just as good as they were last year.
They were.
I mean, they stepped up. We watched some good golf being played.
We saw that 30-foot putt went in. I mean,
we saw some bad golf too. But
But
so of the staff, who did best?
I'd say Bill Crawford.
I would say my money's on Bill because he plays all the time.
Well, Scott was a little up and down, but he's playing hurt. He's got a knee issue.
But if Scott keeps his swing under control, he's got it. He's got yardage.
But I'm telling you, Bill Crawford.
We saw both of them twice, and Bill Crawford looked like he was going to play some kind of RoboCop movie. He had more braces on.
Yeah,
he did.
He looked like he was auditioning for a part in RoboCop.
Like Stormtrooper out there.
A little bit.
Yeah, but we saw Scott Tyson. They were all smiles and.
They were waving, happy, great. And then all of a sudden, the second go around,
it looked like they looked like they lost their lunch or something. They were, they were very grumpy.
I saw some pictures and it looked like all the teams were just having a good time.
Well, my biggest fear was my team, who's made up of. Ryan White, my son-in-law, Keith, and then They had a replacement this year, and obviously the replacement had to be pretty good.
Right.
Because they were in the lead with about 3 holes to go.
And you didn't want that.
Well, I mean, I wanted them to win, and then I started thinking about, oh, they're going. I'll never live this down, because there's some huge prizes for the winners.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the winners get a family
membership
to Cherokee Ridge. It includes everything: the pool, whole 9 yards,
clubhouse, all of that.
Yes,
for a year.
For a year.
Dang.
And so, and we haven't even sniffed it until today. And then somebody eagled the last par 5.
And that's the one with the cannon.
No, I don't know if it was the one with the cannon they eagled.
Because I know everybody starts at a different place.
Yeah.
I think the cannon was put on 18,
Yeah,
I want to say
it
this
was
year.
on 18, but it wasn't. So everybody starts at a different hole. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it was the cannon because it was the Chick-fil-A group.
Okay.
So they were already gone by the cannon because
Yeah,
we were with
yeah,
them right before
yeah,
the cannon.
yeah.
So it was their last hole.
Wow.
Anyway, that
And
was
a big thank you to the South Memorial Chick-fil-A. They fed us this morning, gave us tubs of coffee as well this
good
morning.
Call. Good call.
So that was
Did Tom Abraham lose his T-shirt?
well appreciated.
That's a callback from 2 years
it
ago.
really
Thank you
is.
very much.
Yeah, yeah.
I will ask him that. in the meeting
Were
tomorrow.
socks involved? We'll find out.
Yeah,
I'll ask him tomorrow at staff meeting.
Thanks to Bubby's Diner as well.
Oh, goodness, yes.
And then, Cherokee, they had a professional at one hole that helped you. They throw in different things that can make a difference. And he's the one that made the 30-foot putt.
That's right.
Yeah, it was actually the pro that made the 30-foot putt, but that helped that team. So
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, we
the Golfus was out there as well.
Yes,
a new sponsor that we have here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. And honestly, when days are not like today, and it's raining at the Golfus, you just go in and hit on the simulator.
It's always a good day for golf at the Golfus.
Yeah, yeah. So appreciate their involvement.
We interviewed Pete Sands from Cherokee Ridge last week on Bill's show. And to hear someone, I got a big tournament like this coming up, and you're just like, oh man, got all this stuff to do. And no, he's happy. He's thrilled that we're coming to do this, and and it shows when we're out there.
Well, it's a first-class tournament. Tom Abraham did an incredible job putting it together. All the staff here worked so hard to pull it off, and
Tom beat the staff like rented mules to get to it.
Yeah, somebody has to.
And this is my third show of the day.
Yes.
So there's that as well.
Just think how good you're going to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Unless you put some aloe on your top of your head, yeah.
Get the roller out.
Do I need that?
Yeah.
Get the roller out with the aloe.
It's going to hurt tonight?
No, I don't know if it'll hurt or not.
There was...
I'd go with cool water in the shower.
Okay. That's a good suggestion.
Some of us with our
right there.
forehead keeps moving further and further back to our neck.
Yeah. There was a lot of spring football games from over the weekend. Auburn had their spring game, and a lot of knee-jerk reactions off of what they saw from Byron Brown. And here is what Coach Golish had to say on his quarterback's performance.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't think Byron saw it great today. And I said it on the headset. I really didn't. Where his game has come in the last 15 practices, I thought he was efficient in what he had to do, but I didn't think he saw it great in the middle of the field. It's hard to move around. It's going to be quick whistled every time, but I thought, missed the one, really the two deep balls early. He reset. He was fine in terms of mentally. He was fine. Composure-wise, he was fine, but I just didn't think he saw it great. The pick, man, he's usually able to kind of pop pass it over. Jared Smith is as long of a guy as you'll ever see. There was a hell of a play by him, and that's two guys that have seen each other for 15 practices over and over again, and just part of it. But I'm not worried about that piece of it. I thought he was efficient. I just didn't think he saw it great today.
That is a little bit of Alex Golish.
It's hard. So I remember
he was wearing a black jersey, a non-contact.
Well, everybody plays quarterback during the spring. Then nobody gets hit anymore in the spring. But what he's talking about is seeing it. But there are going to be some subtle changes, and I just remember Pat and I talking about that most worried that he was ever that the offense never scored a touchdown on the defense.
Yeah.
In the fall, and that's the best team he had. So, when one team does really well, you worry about the other team. So, it's hard to tell anything about spring. I predict that this is the worst they'll look, and they'll just get better and better and better as they all get. You got to remember, there's a lot of new players.
Yeah,
huge amount of new players. There's not a lot. Everything's new to everybody. The coaches, everything's new to the players. The worst spring I ever saw Auburn, they won the national championship the next year. So it's hard to go by anything in spring. You would like to see something better, but you want them to get better.
Yeah.
And have something to work for and know that, hey, we're going to get embarrassed if we don't get better. And that's the way attitude you have to get better, that you have to work harder and not say, oh, we're going to be good, this or that. And have everybody talking about how good you are, and then you open up like Alabama did this year. You know what I'm saying? So there's you gotta you just gotta continue to get better every practice. And I like what a coach says, so we'll see.
Texas had their spring game. Georgia had their G-Day. Also, Oklahoma. Now, this I thought was, of all the coaches that I heard yesterday and went through all the post-game spread, everybody has a great spring. But one thing that Brent Venables did say that kind of stood out to me was about their offensive line.
Again, he wasn't capable of leading. Fogier wasn't capable of leading. Eddie's been a good leader as a redshirt freshman where he was a year ago. He's not you, Eddie, the other Eddie, and saw that head bopping in the back in your own right. Yes, and but I'm sorry. Yeah, it was him. Yeah, Eddie, and but Eddie he's a fantastic leader for us, for the whole program. He's just got the soul that everybody else can relate to, and they feel him, and he's about the work along with those other guys. They've been really good. So, but Amarian, if you heard his testimony of what he has learned, what he likes, what he appreciates, and man, it's a great list. I'll just kind of give you guys the alley-oop, and then you guys can ask him. But he's brought a lot of experience. Obviously, he started over 20 games in the SEC, but he's very talented. He's gained the weight, he's gained strength, he's gained confidence, and he feels, he's that unit right there, man. If they're going to play well together, the closeness, the connection, the brotherhood of that group is as important, if not, it may be the most important on any other unit on your football team. And it might be the best that we've had since we've been here when it comes to that. The continuity, the chemistry, the togetherness. It's a very real thing, and it jumps out at you. But they're competing and showing up every day with a different level of confidence as well.
Talking about the offensive line group there at Oklahoma, there for Brent Venables' squad, saying it might be the best O-line that he has had coming out of a spring.
I mean, that's big. And didn't the quarterback come back?
He did, yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
That's huge.
That's right.
I mean, still the schedule's going to get everybody.
Yeah. I
mean, how's the second team offensive line? That's what I have to ask you, because you're not going to make it all the year playing those kind of games with all your guys. And
Kirby,
that's who's going to win the Southeastern Conference, is whoever can stay the healthy.
Kirby did mention that his team needs to be in better shape heading into the season.
Well, I heard they had another one get picked up.
He's not on the team anymore.
Yeah, well,
he's that might have some lasting influence in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, coming up later on this week. But yeah, he was walking on the sidewalk. I'll just leave it at that and let everybody make up their own mind there about Zachariah Branch. Thank you, John Abraham, birthday boy, who's been busy all day long, just now rolling into the ranch here. Have a good night. enjoy that birthday. Yeah, take the rest of the day off. That's a trollism right there. Let's take our first time out. The one and only Jerry Glanville set to join us next. It is a Monday after all, and we'll talk to the one and only Jerry Glanville next.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hey, I'm Bobby White, and we're making room for new shipments during our spring clean out at Lynn Layton Ford in Decatur. With your good credit, save thousands with 3.9% financing for up to 84 months on new 25 F-150s with STX 4x4s starting at under $44,000. New 25 Explorers start at under $36,000, or choose 2.9% for up to 84 months. Get 5.9% financing for up to 84 months on new 25 Broncos, or choose $2,750 customer cash plus 2-year 24,000-mile complimentary maintenance. And while they last, new 25 Bronco Sports come with your choice of $2,500 customer cash or 5.9% financing for up to 84 months. And there's never any hidden markups or dock fees. Don't miss your chance to save big with spring clean-out pricing on all new 25s. We hope to see you real soon at Lynn Layton Ford, right in the heart of Ford country, just a mile south of the Beltline in Decatur, or online anytime at lynnlaytonford.com.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
The LG software team brings you Bamboo HR. Bamboo streamlines everything from hiring to offboarding and eliminating manual HR tasks.
With Bamboo, our customers have saved time, stay organized, and keep employees happier with a seamless HR experience.
This is unique to Huntsville and Birmingham, and I urge you to ask about it.
Just ask anyone.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal.
Every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title, because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
Talking Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Weekday mornings beginning at 7 a.m. only on 97.7 ESPN and the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app.
I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new car. 'Cause I'm the
It is a Monday edition of The Drive, and that song means one thing and one thing only. It's time to talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Jerry Glanville. How are you, Coach?
Somebody told me you were all out golfing today. Did you two golf?
No, we did not golf.
We rode around in a golf cart.
Yeah, we rode around in a golf cart watching other people play golf. But
well, that feel better because I had to give golf up myself back when I was with the Atlanta Falcons the first time. I was at the golf course at Atlanta out there in Roswell, and they had
East Lake? You were at East Lake, Coach?
No, I lived out there in Roswell. There was a golf course out there, and Brookfield West. You remember that one?
Yeah. Okay.
And they had houses built along the golf course, and they watched me play, and they said, for you to continue, you have to be responsible for breaking the windows out of these houses.
Brookfield Country Club is still a thing, Coach. How about that?
Well, how about this? It didn't matter which club they gave me. I hit it the same distance. Didn't matter if it was a driver or a putter. The distance was the same. And I was trying to practice because they wanted me to play in this celebrity golf thing, and my partner was going to be Fuzzy Zeller.
Woo!
And you all remember Fuzzy?
Oh, yeah. Masters winner.
Okay, so Fuzzy taught me. He said, we were hitting best ball, so, they didn't bother looking at my ball much.
Yeah.
But he taught me Fuzzy won tournaments over putting. He said, I can't drive with these big boys and I can't chip with these boys. But he says, I got guts on putting, never to hit it too soft. He goes, you'll never win it if the ball draws up short. So go ahead. So I said, okay, Fuzzy, well, then I'd knock it off the green. He goes, that's a little too hard. Oh, what a time that was.
That reminds me of my I played high school golf, Coach, and my coach said accelerate to celebrate, and I would accelerate a little too much there on the putting green.
Well, we were on the tee. We're gonna tee off. Unfortunately, we're way back on those back places where you drive. So I wound up and I hit it as hard as I could. And Fuzzy acted like he flipped off his catcher's mask and says, "I got it. It's mine." And it went 250 yards straight up and 200 right down.
Wow. Wow.
How did you hit it straight up?
I hit it straight up. I never seen anybody do that. I wish they had it on video. I'd be a celebrity.
You are a celebrity, Coach.
Yes, Coach.
I think I teed it up too high. I think my ball went underneath. My club went underneath the deal. They said, what are you using there for a driver? I said, I don't know. Just hand me one of those with that wood on the end.
A Pinto, yeah.
Okay, I wanted to talk to you today. We wanted to start off. Did either one of you play baseball?
I've been watching some Braves baseball. They've been playing awfully well, but they're the only team above 500.
I hear all kinds of good things about their new manager. He must be doing the job.
It sounds that way. Also, I don't know if you saw him handle a player a couple of series ago. He came out and kind of stopped a little some antics that were going on, and that evidently gave him a lot of street cred out there, Coach.
Well, he's a karate and a jiu-jitsu guy.
That's right. That's right.
So you don't go out there unless you – I'm from Detroit. We wouldn't go out there without a tire iron. When a guy tells a Detroit guy, I know jiu-jitsu, we hit him with a tire iron. I know Detroit. There's a difference where you grew up. Well, I wanted to talk to you, and I wanted to get Bear Bryant's opinion on this, because upsets in football, when the best team doesn't win, there's always turnovers involved. Mm-hmm. And turnovers give the lesser athletes, the team that's not as good, a better chance to make. There's no upsets without a turnover. And I was wondering if Wes could tell me what Coach Bryant.
Oh yeah,
said
Coach Bryant said the same things win, always won on. The excuses change. He says protecting the ball, playing good defense, and winning the special teams, which is winning the special teams is the most underrated thing there is to winning a football game.
Well, the reason I brought that up, I'm a big Detroit Tiger fan. I love baseball. And the Tigers can win every game if they don't walk players. So I've decided I'm going to go on a clinic with you and talk about walks in baseball equal to turnovers in football. I've watched this baseball for so many years. If you walk the first guy up and there's no outs, baseball is cruel. They are going to pay you back. You are going to have to suffer for that. So I'm watching the Tigers on the day that they run the Boston Marathon. It's a big deal. They start the game at 11 in Boston, and the Tigers walked, and the Tigers are mauling. They've been mauling the Red Sox all week, and they went to walking, and all of a sudden they walked themselves into getting beat. And I was thinking of I'm watching these players. Remember President Donald Trump went over to Venezuela and got a hold of their leader and brought him back. And I got to thinking, because I've been with Donald Trump one-on-one, I should have told him to bring back a center fielder because they're all over there.
So I was told, I've been around a lot of people that play sports, and I was told by this professional guy one time that if you watch the number of walks in a game, like you're talking about, and that's usually the score of the game. Like if they walk 5, then they're going to have 5 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you watch the number of walks, that's almost a number of runs 90% of the time.
You have something that a lot of people lose, and that's knowledge. And I can remember when I asked you to spell it, you started with an N.
Yeah, of course, right?
You said
capital
N, Coach. You don't.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk about the power of Robert Kraft. He has to be the owner, and I worked for him for 7 years, of the New England Patriots. His coach has violated the good character. Mike Verbal has been caught doing some things out of character, and I saw it today, and I know it's because of Robert Kraft. The NFL decided there would be no discipline on the things that they have been filming and have photographs with Mike Verbal. And I said to myself, why would they not discipline him? Well, he won so many games, he went to Super Bowl. If he was old and forever, he'd be disciplined.
I didn't think it was against the law to go night putting.
Well, the problem is deny.
That's right. That's right.
And these cell phones are killing bad people.
Yeah.
Now that we got the NFL, and look at Kraft. He's got power in the league, big power, that he can scare the commissioner, because after all, the commissioner works for the owners.
Well, what would be a suitable punishment, Coach?
Well, because of my marital status, I'd say they make her move in with me. That was a joke.
It's a good one.
I'm so glad I asked that question.
Yeah, I am too.
Well, because of you, I usually end a lot of radio shows because of the questions. I wanted to ask you this. This is the toughest question for you two.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
The draft this year, is the draft going to be led by Big Ten over the SEC? As the Big Ten now passed up the SEC in the draft as well as in the championships?
Well, you're going to see a lot of Ohio State.
Yeah, but some of them played at Alabama.
That's true. That's true. That's a fact.
Hey, the best Ohio State teams have Alabama guys that played there first. Alabama now has become a good training ground for the Big Ten.
Well,
I guarantee by the time we get to pick 15 Thursday night, Coach, people are going to say, how in the world did Ohio State lose to Indiana?
Exactly.
Well, Indiana's got one guy going to be drafted. That's it.
That's it.
It's amazing.
That's it. I mean, he's going to be the top guy, but
yeah. But their linemen, their linebackers, they're not nobody there. They're not talking about any of them.
Yeah.
In fact, there is very, very few of them even at the combine, because the combine's only going after the top guys. It's just amazing. That tells you the coach at Indiana is a pretty daggum good coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
No question, Coach. No question.
Did you happen to see what Indiana's defensive coordinator said? It was in regards to a remark made by Ty Simpson about Indiana. I don't know if you heard it, Coach, but
no.
Bryant Haynes said, adorable. We also saw everything that we were doing on every single snap. It's just that we were exploiting those cues and didn't get frozen and crushed by them.
I don't follow what he's saying.
Well,
I think
that was cryptic.
You know what I say that is?
What's
That's pontification. I'm hoping nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
And he's got me in that range. He's probably had tips when they played Alabama, but everybody does. How about this? If the split in isn't tight, he's closed down the split. He's running a mesh route underneath. Well, that happens with everybody that you play. The back is cheated outside. Well, it's the screen out here to the trips. Maybe that's what he's talking about. There's words for that. We're going to coach everybody that's listening. If the back's cheated outside, he's usually an inside hip of the tackle, and he's outside. I'm the linebacker. I holler, chow, chow. Chow means cheat outside. And we know the play. If he's cheated outside, we know what's coming. So that's maybe what the Indiana coach was pontificating on.
Yeah, and I think that what people don't realize, it's hard to put new stuff in when the quarterback's hurt and not practicing. I mean, that's what was going on. I mean, the quarterback maybe practiced 50% of the time after the Missouri game. He was playing hurt, and they were doing everything they could, but they're not, they weren't good enough on the offensive line, consistent enough where they can run the ball to take the pressure off the quarterback, and the quarterback was hurt. So that
only one guy could take them to the winning. And that was the quarterback. Now, I love this kid for a couple of reasons, and I think I've got him. He's not going to go first round, which is a crime, absolute sin. But I've got him positioned to go the best place he could ever go to and be the best pro quarterback ever. I got him going in the second round. I think it's the 11th pick, second round, to the Rams.
I know they've been. I know for a fact, Coach, that they've been looking at him hard. The Rams have. So
why is it the perfect thing? They've got the best quarterback in football, but it's time for him to retire.
Mm-hmm.
I see Ty go there and stay behind him for a year, and then be a bust out, be just like him. And the Rams aren't playing dinky do. They're not throwing the 49er passes. They're throwing the ball down the field, and I think Ty can have accuracy on the deep throw, which and I wish the Ram quarterback. I like him so much. I want him to retire. I don't want him to have one more knockout. I don't want him to be unconscious again unless he falls out of bed.
100%.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford.
I mean, it comes for a time where you've done everything and there's nothing left to prove, and he's at that point.
And everybody in his family is financially well.
Exactly.
And his house, by the way, his house is bigger than Rankin Smith's over there in he lives on Tuxedo Avenue in Atlanta. Come on now. They won't even let me drive down that road.
So that sounds like there's a gate involved there, Coach.
Not even with your siren on?
Oh, you're going to love this. My brother's daughters have the prom coming up. Only Wes would love this. And, of course, they've asked if they can go to the prom and take the pictures with the cop car. I'm going to send you the pictures.
Please.
So the cop car was at homecoming, was the featured. It drove the Queen out to the 50-yard line for homecoming, and now it's going to the prom.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That's fantastic.
You think there's something wrong with my family mentally?
Well, only if they're related to you, right?
Well, it all started with you, Wes. You're the guy that caused all these problems. Now, I got two grandkids. They live in Knoxville. One's 12 and one's 2, and the 2-year-old is just like Wes. He's a China and a black. I will make him wear a helmet all day. But we have to take your grandkids and teach them how to kick the football. Let me tell you what's happened. The Dallas Cowboys had this guy, Aubrey. He was a free agent. He was a walk-on, right? He just signed the biggest contract in the history of kickers. $28 million, and $20 million is guaranteed.
Goodness.
And I was looking back at my illustrious career, and I thought to myself, I said, Self, you punted, you kicked off, you played every play on offense, every play on defense. You should have stuck with your dadgum kicking.
Kick ball, get checked. It's easy.
How about that? He got $28 million.
That's awesome.
On a year deal as a kicker. And, of course, you know, what's amazing to me is the big colleges won't give a kicker a scholarship. They make all those kickers come and kick without giving them aid. You can't get a scholarship if you're the best kicker. You got to go there and kick your way into pro football. Kind of interesting.
Part of me thinks Morton Anderson's still kicking somewhere, Coach.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know,
we had
Coach Saban, going to your point you just made, Coach, Coach Saban finally started giving his kickers scholarships.
You know why?
Because they kept losing games.
I say this everybody. The long snapper and the kicker are not important. They're totally irrelevant until it doesn't work.
Right.
Nobody ever mentioned Wes's name in an NFL game unless he snapped it over the punter's head. So then it becomes pretty important. So when I was a college coach, the first 3 guys I signed always were long snappers. And everybody said, Coach, why are you the only guy out there chasing long snappers? I'd say, the president of the university does not know any football at all. But he knows if the snap goes over the punter's head, that's bad coaching. You got to keep the president.
Know your audience.
Yeah, I'll never forget the loudest cheer one year of the whole year is the Alabama kicker made a 50-yard. Remember that? Yeah. Right before half, and that was the happiest.
You would have thought that they won the national championship,
on
Coach.
That play. That's the happiest.
Really?
Yeah, because the most everybody from the 20 on around was nervous when our kicker came out there because you never knew when that ball was going.
I wish I had it, Coach, but the sound, Eli Gold was the play-by-play guy at the time. Even Eli got a little animated about the 50-yard field goal make. I mean, that's what happens when you get caught up in the moment.
Did you know I did NASCAR races with Eli Gold?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He was the play-by-play, and I was the color guy. And I got us in real serious trouble at the Milwaukee race. And at the Milwaukee race, Eli Gold said to me, "Did you go out to dinner last night?" And I said, "Yes, I did." He said, "Where'd you go?" I said, "Went to Chinese." He goes, "You eat Chinese food?" I says, "I only eat number 8 when you look at the menu, because that's one I'm guaranteed is not a dead cat."
It is Talladega week, by the way, Coach.
You don't. Now you think about it, you don't see any cats around Chinese restaurants.
Hey, I got to tell you, Talladega, my all-time favorite track. I raced there. I would race there every Saturday if they would open it up. There's no track like that. And as a spectator and as somebody watching a race, there's no place better than Talladega. And we raced there and did very good. We were very fast there. And my son later in life said, Dad, I'd like to go to the Talladega race. I goes, well, son, you're on my race team for 10 years. He goes, I want to go sit in the stands like everybody tells me. I went back to Talladega after I wasn't driving anymore with my son and sat in the stands with the Alabama people.
How was
awesome.
it? You loved it.
Now, when we played, I'm at Hawaii, and we're going to play Alabama at Alabama. We're going to open up with them at Hawaii. And we open up with them, and great football game. We had a chance to win it. June Jones was so smart. Every Alabama touchdown they threw for a touchdown pass, June Jones threw the flag and challenged the call. None of them were a touchdown. So they didn't want us to win there. But thank God we could challenge these calls. Well, now the game's over, and our kids are going to the bus, and I can't get to the bus. I keep signing and keep signing, and I'm coming up the tunnel, and I finally get in the bus. And the players said, wow, Coach, those people really love what you did in football. And I said, there wasn't one football card I signed. Every one was a NASCAR. These people weren't here to see me about football. They love me driving at Talladega.
Well, I think you did a lot, more than anybody I've ever known. Now, how many coaches become NASCAR drivers? I mean, think about it. Yeah. I mean, and it's unbelievable.
Coach, NASCAR driver, actor.
Yeah. You name it.
Well, what was really fun, I was driving at Daytona practice. And at practice at Daytona, they only allow 4 cars out, and you only run about 3 laps to make you get out. They don't want a lot of cars out there. They don't want anybody busting stuff up. So I run, and a guy comes running up my window. He goes, drop your net. You have this net next to you, and you can unhook it at the top and drop the net. That net is to keep your arms and things in the car if you start rolling. And the guy said, who's your agent? And I said, wow. Somebody wants me to drive their good car. I said, I don't have an agent for NASCAR. He goes, not for NASCAR. Who's your agent for television? And that's how I ended up doing TV for 15 years. They hired me at the track at Daytona while I was practicing for the race.
Jeez.
That's wild.
And the guy said, you better get an agent because they won't talk to you. I said, who's they? He goes, Fox. Fox can get the NFL if they get Madden and Glanville to call the games. And that's how we ended up there. Oh, by the way, Steve, I saw the big article in the paper. I don't know if you saw it in the Atlanta paper on Bo Bach.
Yes.
What a great article, and it didn't tell half. What they did. But I thought about you. I thought about all the young guys like yourself that started with him, and everybody learned something from him, including me.
I had a couple of people reach out that listened last Monday about our conversation about Bo Bach, and he one of a kind, and he. I'm sorry to say I didn't reach out to Bo enough in the last couple of years, so I'm going to regret that quite a lot.
What I loved, what he said, and Wes, you're going to love what he said. One of the kids that was with him said something on the radio, and then when they took a break for commercials, he says, "Geez, Bo, I'm sorry. I never should have said that. You probably remember this, Steve." And Bo said, "Don't you ever apologize for your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your opinion, it's your opinion. You don't give a darn if anybody likes it."
Exactly.
If that doesn't sum up Bo Bach, what does?
Yeah. Maybe something that will, at least it always puts a smile on my face. One of the many soccer teams that were in the Atlanta area was called the Silverbacks. And we started nicknaming Bo Bach the Silverbacks. And Bo got such a kick out of it because he was, graying up at that point. So he leaned into it as well. So sure enough, he'd show up to a Silverbacks game because he thought, heck, they're naming the team after me.
Well, there's one guy in the article said, I showed up to work for him, and Bo Bach reached in his pocket and took out $2. He said, "Go buy a shirt. Here's the money." That's enough money to match those pants you're wearing. Huh? You couldn't have paid more than $2. Well, Wes, you would have loved him, I promise you.
Yeah, you would have. I did notice on the rundown you wanted to talk about a team out of San Antonio, Coach.
We have concluded our signings on defense. And remember, these players are unbelievable. I'm so excited. Their ability, they don't belong not playing. And people worry about size. Are they big enough? Are they all that? And Wes, I was thinking, how big was Jay Pennison? He started for us for 5 years.
Yeah, he was shorter than me. Yeah, he was under 6 foot, or right at 6 foot. Weighed about what, 280, 285?
And I tell everybody, we had Munchak and Matthews in the Hall of Fame, and neither one ever graded out as good as Jay Pennison for the game. Wes, you were there.
Yeah, he was. And Mike Munchak was, I don't know, Bruce probably was as well, was a first ballot Hall of Fame. Mike Munchak went in the same time as Don Shula. Wow. First ballot Hall of Famer. And Mike, Bruce was the most athletic. He might have been the most athletic person on the team, one of them. He's in the top 5.
He could have played any
position. Yeah. But Munchak was, to me, was the most dominant. I mean, in the NFL, not many people flatback people.
No.
Munchak did.
And I got to say this, I don't want to hurt Wes's feelings, but he was the best tackle I coached, the best guard I coached, the best center I coached,
100%.
and the best long snapper I coached.
He's the best long snapper I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He snapped it 50 yards between his legs on a dime to somebody was going out for running routes.
Awesome.
He was unbelievable. He was he was amazing.
I think these players at San Antonio will get them get another chance. Does not mean that you're going to make it, but just to get another chance.
You never know.
And what I tell them, I cannot get you another chance, but Jerry Glanville will guarantee you I'll get people to watch you, and they'll look at you. And if you're doing what we hope you're doing, you'll get a chance. So we have all the defensive guys signed. We don't have enough offensive linemen, but they're waiting till the draft's over because there's a lot of kids sitting at home in the offensive line think they're going to get drafted, and they're not, and then we'll pounce on them.
Well, I look forward to watching some games, that's for sure.
Well, I got you your own private suite. So you two are coming down for every home game because you'll be living large. You'll be in the private suite.
Cop car or no cop car from Lynn Leighton Ford?
The only way I'm going is in a cop car.
Oh, yeah. If you don't have a cop car, do not show up. Think about my niece. Your prime coming up.
That's good. That's good, Coach. Coach,
I'm going to send you a picture.
Please.
I know you'll be watching the draft come Thursday, Coach.
Well, I got to tell you, I worked for Buffalo Bills. Remember Ralph Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Ralph Wilson was the owner. Well, I got to run the draft at Detroit from round 7 to 14. Well, then I was with Atlanta Falcons as assistant and all I had there was I didn't have the draft. I had free agents I chased. Then I went to Buffalo, and Ralph Wilson would sit there, and Norm Powell ran the draft. Genius, the best you ever saw. And he'd pull out this pick, our pick, let's say it's the 9th pick in this round. Here's 3 players, Jerry, that are worth this pick. Tell me which of these 3 you would take. So Ralph Wilson would watch Norm Powell and me do this, so he knew me only as a guy in the draft. And it's the only time I took a job in the NFL. I was not the coordinator. I was the secondary coach. I was not a coordinator. And now we're playing the Raiders, and our coordinator says, Jerry, I want you to take the corners and play full press, bump and run the whole game. And I said, Bob, we can't bump and run these guys. We're not fast enough. One guy's got a bad knee, and the other guy was born slow. You can't play bump and run. He goes, nope, that's what I want to do. I want Al to see us playing what they play. So we're playing bump and run, and they throw 3 bombs, 70-yard touchdowns over us. So I'm going down at the half. Now, remind you, Ralph Wilson doesn't even know I coach. He thinks I'm in the draft. And he goes, I go to get on the elevator at the halftime. He goes, Jerry. I goes, yes, sir, Mr. Wilson. He says, do you know our secondary coach? Yes, sir. How well do you know him? I said, pretty good. He goes, you tell him he's fired. You tell him I don't want him in the building. When the game's over, he better not be here. Can you tell him that? I said, I'll get right on it. He's talking about me.
I know.
And we go down, and I say to I said, we can't do this now. Let us get off. So we changed and played what we could do. We won a game, and Ralph never asked me if I fired the second.
If you fired yourself.
If you fired yourself.
Yeah.
That's
only
great.
in pro football.
Oh, gosh, that's a great story, Coach. Man.
Well, they say Coach Bryant never had a coach he didn't fire.
Oh, yeah, those things happen on the sideline.
There's a lot of pressure over there, isn't there, though?
Yeah, I was June's assistant in Canada in the CFL, and my defensive line coach screwed up the substitution. And his name was Deke. And June never fired anybody, never even hollered at anybody. And I looked at Deke. I said, Deke, you're fired. This is your last game. And June walked by and says, and he's not kidding, Deke. You're out of here.
All right, Coach. Always great to catch up with you, Coach.
Coach,
you are the best. Adios.
Adios, Coach. We got to find out where to go.
San Antonio.
Yeah, but when, where? Yeah,
details. We'll figure that out.
How am I going to get a cop car?
I'm sure Bobby White may be listening.
Yeah, but I got to get it there. I'm not driving to San Antonio.
That's a long way away.
No question. Maybe we can just do something to get them chase us.
Yeah.
I'll put you on that.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, is coming up at the top of the hour. I imagine they're going to talk a little baseball and softball. Big news came down here Friday as the SEC softball tournament announced that they are going to make Toyota Field home for the next 4 years beginning in May of 2027. So that'll be fun to see some SEC softball making their tournament home here in North Alabama. And as for Alabama baseball, big win for the Crimson Tide yesterday over Texas. 2-1 is that final score, salvaging a game. And you might say a game. Well, it keeps them at 500 for here down the stretch. Alabama currently 9-9 in SEC baseball, led currently by the Georgia Bulldogs at 13-5, followed by Texas at 12-5. Or excuse me, Texas A&M at 12-5. Then Texas is 11-6, and Auburn and Ole Miss and Mississippi State are all at 10-8, along with Florida. Then Alabama and Arkansas and Vanderbilt are all at 9-9 here down the stretch, because we're a little over a month away from the SEC baseball tournament. And you know what that means? We're also a little over a month from the spring meetings. And the reason I bring that up, I am hearing it could be a particular significant week when it comes to the NCAA, where a potential ruling could happen by Friday on this proposal by the NCAA to go for 5 years of eligibility. That it looks like this might happen, but could be a big week for the NCAA. So just keep your ears open, because the more coaches that I talk to, more ADs that I talk to, more reporters that I talk to, that everybody in unison is believing that this is going to happen this week. So we shall see. Friday, the 24th, is the potential landing day of that story. One other story that caught my eye, how many times have we talked about this ESPN CFP television show being bad for college football? Well, On3 is reporting that now the CFP is looking into limiting the number of shows from ESPN. Now, ESPN is contractually obligated to air 5 ranking shows. They are talking about eliminating one of the ranking shows right before championship weekend. So that Tuesday before championship weekend, they're talking about eliminating that show in particular to, in their words, let me read this verbatim, add less stress to the committee heading into championship weekend. So you don't get rankings on Tuesday and then rankings again on Sunday, where you eliminate the Tuesday rankings and you just get the final rankings on that Sunday for the CFP. We'll see how that holds up. I say get rid of the show. I've never understood. I do understand, because it is a bit of a show, but it needs to go away. So we'll see what happens there moving forward. But again, this is an On3 story that came out earlier today about the television show changing there for ESPN with the current contract that is still at 12 teams just for this year. So there is a real possibility that 12 could grow to 16 after this upcoming year. But
we keep hearing that.
Hey, that was going to be my next sentence. I'm glad we're sticking with 12. And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think 12's too many.
Hey, Coach comes up next. And then we'll join the Braves already in progress, as the Braves and Nats have just started up in D.C. Braves fresh off of a sweep in Philadelphia. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.
This hour of The Drive is brought to you by Lynn Leighton Ford, located online at lynnleightonford.com.
Hey, I'm Bobby White, and we're making room for new shipments during our spring clean out at Lynn Leighton Ford in Decatur. With your good credit, save thousands with 3.9% financing for up to 84 months on new 25 F-150s with STX 4x4s starting at under $44,000. New 25 Explorers start at under $36,000, or choose 2.9% for up to 84 months. Get 5.9% financing for up to 84 months on new 25 Broncos, or choose